Today we've got Gavin Nevlin with us, and his son Ryan. Ryan, I've met, has been back 3 years now, right?
Yeah.
It's quite a while. Yeah. We've been friends for a while now.
Yeah, we've been friends.
And Ryan's always told me about his Subaru.
Yeah.
And he loves cars. And Gavin, his father's coming today. Tell us all about Ryan's story, what he's done in his life, how he's got to learn all about cars and his passion for cars and the games. Yeah. So are you going to tell us all about that today?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah? What's your favourite car, Ryan?
My favourite car is Nissan GTR Skyline.
Wow, what's your favourite colour in the Skyline?
Fast and Furious.
That is
style.
Awesome. That is awesome. I know you've got lots of tattoos, you showed me.
Yeah, I got those.
So is that your favourite car, not your Subaru?
I like Subaru as well.
You know, when Ryan used to come in, he'd come in with his care and say to me, I've got a Subaru and I want a filter, show me this car, so I've got a filter, I want to buy a filter for it. And I sort of played along and thought, I don't think he's got a car, but he loves the Subarus. And one day you turned up with a car. I remember you asking me, did you actually believe it?
Do you know what? I mean, for about 2 years, Ryan used to be out with his carers, and and all of a sudden he'd come home and he'd be bringing these Subaru magazines, and I said, "Where you been, Ryan?" So he'd tell me about where his day had been, and he said, "Oh, I'll go to see my friend Sarge." And he said he'd give me car magazines, and I must be honest, I was very touched and quite emotional, and carried on for about 2 years, and I felt I must make the effort. And funny enough, the car needed a service, and I thought, because you've been so kind to him, I thought I'd come over. And I was quite shocked to see your face when I actually turned up and he had his own Subaru, which I think was a lesson to us all. Never judge a book by its cover.
Exactly.
But yeah, God bless him, he's car mad. And you're right.
Yeah.
We bought him his first car at 21, and he's always been obsessed with Subarus. Japanese cars, really, right?
Yeah.
If you offered him any other car in the world, he would go for Japanese all day long. Subaru, Mazdas,
Hondas type
cars.
Yeah, I love them. Nissans, Zeds.
What about Mitsubishis?
Mitsubishi
You showed me a green one.
Yeah.
When he comes in with his carers, I'll open the door and I'll go in the shop and I'll watch him. He's like, he works here, like he owns the place. And he'll go and show them all the parts. I think we'll get your job as a salesman here, right?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea, isn't it? But and I must be honest, Sarge, and I'd like to thank you and everyone involved with your business, because everyone from top to bottom have been so good to my boy. But it gives him a purpose in life, and his love of cars. I think you've seen it over the years, and I'm just blessed that he's got such a lovely passion.
No, and equally we love having him because it's a chance for us to share and enjoy our fun with him. So I'm glad he enjoys it, and we give something back. It's fun for everyone.
Exactly.
So it's good.
But I mean, show them your tattoos, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Talk through them, then, mate. Talk through them.
Don't strip everything, man.
That's a Nissan GTR, yeah. That's a Subaru.
That's not the one you've got now, yeah.
What I got with red LEDs.
Cool.
And it's more. Another Subaru. That's my old colour.
Yeah.
I got Betsy Boo. Chigga.
He loves his animals as well.
There's more.
I know you showed me the one on your leg before.
Yeah.
As long as it's not much higher, we'll be alright,
Exactly.
That's a Nissan GTR badge. Match that car.
Yeah.
And that's a Subaru like that.
Awesome. So you're a true fan.
Yeah.
People are gonna love seeing these. Right?
And then the next tattoo on my visit right here is a Mitsubishi in green.
That's cool. That's the one you showed me.
Yeah, on my phone.
Gavin, tell me, I know you told me a bit about Ryan's past. Tell us a bit how he's sort of grown in, how cars have helped him, let's say, come out of himself and have confidence.
I think, as I said to you before, his diagnosis was very, very rare. He's diagnosed with a condition called 49-4XY syndrome. The history was very, very bleak, and most of the young adults, were institutionalised. As you know, I was a footballer by trade, very fortunate to had a good career, and it was devastating because he was our first child. But my wife and I just took that as a blessing, and we said we're going to, make this as positive as we can. But yeah, you know, the diagnosis was very, very bleak, you know, and we just decided we're going to give him every opportunity as possible. He didn't walk till 6 years of age, but at 2 years of age, we bought him a quad bike. And he rode, and I taught him how to ride a quad bike, didn't you, Ryan?
Yeah.
And tell us the story about what happened with that.
It got stolen.
Oh no.
The white van come through the front gate, took all my mum's stuff, and
Yeah, but so he was devastated. So then we bought him a second one. Do you remember when you had the accident?
renting in the bar fence, and that's the start.
Oh, that's from that?
Yeah, renting the bar fence and the rent Mayday. All the blood pouring out my hand, and my property say, my property's bleeding, my property's bleeding.
Honest God's honest truth, my wife couldn't believe it. He's riding a quad bike.
He wrapped the towel around my arm, she's mum, and hold my hand up, all the blood pouring out.
Oh, no. Were you scared?
Yes.
He was 4 years of age. He had 25 stitches in his arm, and but you know what? That's never deterred him. I then got transferred up to Preston. When we used to travel up from London to Preston, he would start naming the cars on the roads, and it was surreal. You know, he'd point and he would tell me the cars' names, and yet, you know, he couldn't really communicate. But yet, when it came to cars, he knew the cars' names. It was quite unreal.
So you could recognise cars at a very, very early age.
Yeah.
All cars or just Japanese stuff?
Just all Japanese stuff.
All Japanese stuff.
Yeah. And it was quite surreal. I mean, you know, I wouldn't say I like cars, but I wasn't passionate. But the love of his cars was like I'd never seen. We'd be travelling up, as I say, to Preston, and he would say Subaru, and he'd get so excited. I mean, the passion when he'd see the cars, you know, and then eventually became a game. We'd try and spot, you know, Subarus, you know, Nissans, you know, and so I learnt it off him. You know, he was the one who taught us. And then we realised he loves playing games, so we'd start off, you know, buying the first Xbox 360, and he'd have every car. That's all he ever wanted. But he'd build the cars, and to this day you do them right, don't you?
I lower it on the ground like that.
Yeah.
Lower it on the ground.
He pimps them all up.
Put side wheels on the side.
Spoilers.
All funky colours.
Drifting right, don't you?
Drift around the corners, yeah.
Awesome. So those were sort of some of his first words of car words, were they?
Yeah, and then, you know, I said to Sue, you know, he was leaving school and he had some really difficult times because, you know, his passion in school was cars, and they tried to give him education. And they were looking at expelling him from a special needs school, and I said, well, he comes home to us. Yeah. And we brought him home, and then I said to Sue, you know, he was so car mad, and as much as we kept trying to take him to car shows, I said, I'm going to buy him a car. I said, you know, he's 21. It would be unfair for him not to have something that he loves so much. So we bought him a car on his 21st birthday, and do you know what? We hit it. We had about 100 people in the field, right, didn't we? And he heard this car.
Down the road. It's a secret.
He heard the car. We couldn't. We must have been a mile away, and he said, "Dad, my dad bought me a car. My dad bought me a car." And he was like,
I know the car.
He could hear the car,
yeah,
and it was like he knew. And now he would never have known I was going to do that for him. But he shouted out, and I've got a video which I'll share with you one day. And I mean, everyone was just in tears, and he slept in the car for 4 days. And that's gone on, he wouldn't get out. So then I had to blackmail him. So now I use the car for good behaviour. But that just gave him so much confidence. So since he's had that car, you know, every Christmas, every birthday, as you know, to my expense, something gets done to the car. Don't it, Brian?
I've got LEDs inside and outside. I've got 7 speakers in the car. New radio, you turn it up really loud, and the bass on the spoiler you turn it on through the road. A shake.
So you're a hooligan?
Yeah. And got new tiles inside.
And what's your favourite rapper?
Stormzy.
Stormzy. I've got to listen to Stormzy, don't we, Ryan? Yeah. Hey, we rock to the music, mate, don't we? Come on, let's get the head rocky, mate.
Stormzy is one of my favourite rappers.
So we listen to the music, and then every Christmas, you know, he comes up, he just comes up and he keeps telling what he wants to do to the car, and Unfortunately, the pocket doesn't go that far.
I know he come in with some really interesting ideas, isn't he?
Oh, so
New wheels, new colours, new
yeah,
spoilers.
we changed the wheels. Last
It's all
Christmas,
wrapped now.
yeah, we had it all panel beated, didn't we? And then we had it all wrapped black. So we've got our names on it, haven't we?
Yeah, you leave it in the sun, they'll change colour.
It's beautiful colouring, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that car's really changed his life then.
Oh, totally. Wherever he goes, he's got a topic of conversation, and people are really interested. And I got the golf club. All my mates, he dragged up there, and we've got to take him for a spin, and it shows that just the confidence is given him, which I think I never appreciated how much something and a hobby can make and transform someone's life, and it's given him such a great life.
So you think there are other people with similar condition who are not having that opportunity through cars or whatever else might interest them?
Do you know what? I mean, God's blessed us, and I'm lucky I live on a farm, and we've got animals, and we've got 10 horses. Yeah.
Yeah.
We get Matthew's been round, right?
Yeah, my old mate.
And Michael.
Yeah, Michael.
So they come round, and we also take them all out for a spin in the car, which they absolutely love, don't they, right?
Yeah.
And also, I think just, he loves, for example, his brother takes him to track days, just everything around cars. His whole life is around cars, which he's got a hobby, he's got an interest, he's got a passion. And I think that says testament to him and why he's developed so well.
Yeah. Last week I can't go to the car show. Hairspray now. You remember that?
That's right.
And I went in the ambulance.
Oh no. Are you okay now?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm going back in hospital soon.
He is, but he can't wait to come out to his Subaru though.
Have a good Christmas.
Exactly.
What we'll do in a bit, because Jimmy's with us today, we'll show Jimmy some of the cars you made in Gran Turismo.
Show him on your phone, right? Jimmy, do you want to come over and have a look?
I'll take Silas' seat.
You can show him the car, right?
Yeah.
I only done a couple, but he just loves talking. What he does is every night I go in there and he just builds cars, and I keep having to spend more money on the games.
Tell him how much you spent when you first did the game.
Yeah, when I first got in that game, I didn't realise, I was so naive, that you spend money, but I left my credit card on. I think $2.5 grand. $2.5 grand. He ran up a bill. But I didn't even see it, I didn't even know. £2,500.
GTA on number 5.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. You can make cars on there as well.
Hey?
There is.
So you just talk through to Jimmy, you tell him some stories.
Yes. There's a VW Golf, one of my favourite cars.
You got a 350Z there as well in the middle,
Yeah,
the red one.
the red one.
Obviously,
Yeah,
my
it is.
car's better.
No, my car's better.
Oh, is it?
Didn't we, Ryan?
Your dad, tell Jim and Chad how much the money the Golf 2.
Oh, that's a great story. Did you hear that?
No.
Oh man,
I
tell
saw you,
what.
I saw you.
Right, anyway, he had to have 8 teeth in his mouth, so we went on holiday, me and my wife. I took him to the first consultation. I then went on holiday, but they had to go back for a refund. He took his carer, and he just, which was supposed to just be like a measurer, because I wasn't there, he turned around to the dentist. My dad said I could have a gold tooth. So anyway, I go on holiday, I come back, right, they actually put in a gold tooth. And the thing is, they billed me, I think it was about 500 quid. It was not a tooth.
That's cheap,